Alright, okay. The reboot is live. I am live. I am Darnell just talking. Happy, and tired. I needed a little motion juice to get me going tonight, not gonna lie. But yeah, let's figure out how to get right into this. Maybe let's give it another minute, and I'll drop the music. Again, if you come in, or if you see this later, drop a comment, ask a question. I'll gladly return your message, especially when there's not that many comments, so it's a lot easier for me to get around to. I'm just trying to have fun. I'm trying to just get my spirits a little bit up. Sometimes I be sounding real monotone when I watch these things back, but I'm really a happy fella. Alright, that's enough from me. Okay, so let's get into it. So today, Sunday, April 6th, today was a long day, very eventful. I did post, I think I posted one video today. It's been going good, you know. I'm always outside, I'm always doing stuff, so they translate to videos pretty well. A little quick chop it up, little edit, and we're off. So today, near the end of the day, I was still on one side of the house and the chickens were free ranging, and I said, that don't look right. That doesn't look right at all. And let me just give you a little view of what I saw before hold on a second. Yeah, so this is what I saw. And you know, maybe this doesn't throw anybody for a loop. Maybe this doesn't say something's wrong, but there's a lot wrong with this, what I saw. So that's kind of how I got the shot. I decided to go a little bit closer and just leave the camera there, and hoping that the camera could give me more information about what's going on. And at that moment, I realized, man, we are in for a year. This year is not, I'm going to tell you right now, this year will not be without death on my land. And I'll get into that in a second. So that's kind of what I read within this story. So I put it in the title. Many people, go through this. I don't hear it expressed enough. Most of the information about death or transition and however you see it, it's usually about like harvesting. So I'm gonna take you through a story after when I press play on the video. I'm just checking the chat to see if one soul's gonna ride along with me. If not, I'll just start playing this, and we could I'll just talk over the B-roll. You know what? I don't want to board anybody out, so let's just talk over the B-roll. So, alright, so we're in live motion now. First thing I noticed was, one, chickens don't usually sit down like this and next to each other, and you could see some eyes closing, and the one on the left, a year older than the one on the right, they initially weren't from the same flock. So I actually felt like this was some sisterhood thing going on. I feel like the brown or reddish brown chick hen there, she's been roaming off. She's got a little booty do condition right now. I think this is still the same hen that I've always had issues with. Just something's always stuck back there, and so I was hoping that situation wasn't going to increase, but this is something totally different to me because today in chicken land, I would think that it was a wonderful day. My chickens got to go to the front yard, to the backyard, to the side yard. They got some fresh grass coming up. I'm sure they found different water. Hopefully it was clean water. But yeah, they seem to be killing it. Today I had no issues. If I'm home on the weekend like today, I'm very diligent about giving them their time, and as I'm stopping the full blown free range, because we obviously had some foxy foxes. Yeah, I'm not. I'm still under the radar I'm still not under the radar, but I'm still a little nervous. I'm still traumatized, in a sense. So if I'm not out or going to be out or just coming in, but still could survey the environment, they don't generally free range. What I do now is I set up nets at certain times of the day, and I kind of just open the door to the run, and then they could have access. So I think this chicken had an awesome day. So what is it? I mean, are they so tired where they got the itis? I don't know. But the breathing was a little bit alarming to me. So what I started thinking about, and I think their rodeo is over right now. But what it made me think about was, and you seen that gasp? That was interesting. Let me see. Ooh, nice shot. So that gasp is saying something to me. So, you do see chickens do weird gasping when it's like hot out. Maybe they don't have access to water. Say they get overheated. But yeah, something's not 100% with this chicken. Last year, I had this really. It wasn't an overwhelming event for me, but I had a chicken going through some breathing problems, and she was with the rest of the flock. She was in the run. I noticed because I did like a count, and everyone was like accounted for, and I felt like I was missing one. So I go underneath I go inside the run, and when I go inside, I happen to look down and I see the hen, and she's like gasping for air. So I was in the middle of my work day, and I'm like, okay, so I'm probably gonna do the same kind of, let me try to rescue the hen, dumping the hen in water or something, right? So I would say about a minute later, I walked maybe, let's say 50 feet, and I started getting myself prepared for, whatever I was gonna do. I felt like I was alarmed, but I wasn't really, I'll just play this, I wasn't treating it like an emergency, like it was a human, or I wasn't treating it like this was my year one, oh my God, could this have happened? I mean, let's just keep it real. I've had death, and even when I was a little bit more nervous about it, when I had death, I had to do something with the death, right? So if it's a predator, I gotta, make sure that the predator understands, like, you ain't gonna be coming back here. So that's one side of it. The other side is like, well, you gotta remove whatever this transition. You gotta find. You can't stay there. So, 1 year, I think this is one of the first major deaths that we've had. I freaking compost, I'm the compost king. So I ended up composting a hen, and yeah, that was an interesting turning in the hot compost. Let's just say it looked like a half a chicken from the Chinese restaurant. So it was white meat chicken. But so I composted after, paying my respects. I composted the hen. So yeah, last year I walked 50 feet one way and then come back dead. And I'm like, dead. That was like a minute. Now, I guess for me, it was like, well, at least I got the whole story. At least I knew that the hen was struggling with breathing. Likely there was some sort of infection going on. And it could be the same thing that this hen is going through. I ain't, spreading no rumors or whatever, but everyone else is healthy. I'll think about whether I want to isolate this hen. But in general, right now, it's like day to day, because I'll pull up another video of today, and I did get to see this hen walk away. Actually, I think in the last part of this video, you get to see the hen walk away, and she's, she's a little slow. She's a little old. Got her depends on. She's a little old. It is what it is. But she was getting around today, so that didn't bother me. Then I wish I caught that. She hit you with the stretch. But yeah, so let me play the next video. So the rest of this is just like different B-roll from that, and that's the hen, right? I believe that is her over here. So she's just chilling, you know what I'm saying? Big bird. She ain't worried about nothing right now. So it'll be day to day. I'll just keep an eye out for it. But yeah, so this hen last year just died on me. So I think the reason why I wanted to come in here, and why I thought it was important to just give the information and experiences of what I've gone through and what has happened to me. Things are going to happen. I wholeheartedly believe that out of the amount of hens that I have not met that number of eggs. So I believe that this hen is... good to see a real big bird walking through. So I believe that this hen is not laying, or is definitely not laying frequently. So what am I gonna do about that? Nothing. I'm totally okay with that. But the flip side of that is, let's say that this hen, is on a down cycle. I do have to ask myself the question of the viability or value that the hen brings, which is a hard conversation. And I've seen throughout the years, different homesteaders. I've seen them handle this differently. For me, I feel like I've made my decision. I don't really have the time to go after things, so I'll just pay my respects and move on from the situation. I think I'm pretty convinced that I don't know the viability of following through and coaching that situation. I got enough on my hands. So I just, I think it's key to point out that there's two sides to this, and if you don't understand that, or if you've never been around that, it is going to change you as a person. There's definitely something there that it's about being responsible, right? So first and foremost, doing the responsible thing, which is not always easy. I mean, when we've had winter attacks, you got a frozen ground, so it's not like I have the option to go out there and dig and bury a hen. So there's definitely been challenges, but I always find a way to do the responsible thing. I think it was just key for me to sit with, and hopefully I could get some comments of how you guys do this, but I'm almost certain that there's going to be death on the land this year. And I mean, I want to say there's been death every year, but now is the first year where I'm aware of it. And the first hen that I'm looking at, if it's going to be illness and not through something predatory, it's probably going to be that hen. And, thanks. I don't want to say thanks for your service, but it's been great. The hen has taught me a whole lot, and, really fed my family for a long time. But these times in this day and age, it's just a cycle, and we got to move past that. So that's that. I don't want to make it any more than what that story was. I just observed what I observed. Before I play the next and potentially last clip, I think it would be cool. I was listening to, I was watching Sanford and Son earlier. I tend to watch that on Pluto a lot. I just watched I think the Black Classic station, and it was a pretty cool clip. I wanted to just show.
That's why I stand here as confident as I have ever been that the state of our union is strong. Thank you. God bless you. God bless the United States of America.
Yeah, and it's not, I mean, I don't want to say it's political, or I'll give my commentary afterwards. I think it's definitely an interesting clip. I just love the juxtapose of what are we, almost 50 years removed from this, what we're seeing on the screen, and there's a lot of overlap, and a lot of times these things are personal. There's embedded answers to questions that we currently have. So I always think it's valuable to look backwards and forwards. Let me just play this. Hold on. I'm pretty sure you don't hear this. Hold on.
No, and maybe I make a mistake. I mean, here I am, a newcomer in the neighborhood. I move in next door to you, and I don't know. Instead of coming over and introduce myself, I make all kinds of noise and bother you, and I apologize. And together with my apology, I bring you a gift. Yes, sir.
So, let me just break this. Let me just break this up. I didn't give any intro. So let me give an introduction if you don't know the episode, have never seen it. Fred gets a new neighbor. The neighbor's Puerto Rican. Clearly, this community, let's just say, Fred Sanford being a black guy, doesn't have much experience or even positive inflections towards, let's just say Puerto Ricans. I don't know how far that goes, but there was a lot of things said. So I think it's cool just to look at this image and kind of guess like what is this gift that he just gave him. But we'll just
listen, you grow this in your own garden? We don't smoke this stuff.
Oh, no.
Oh, we don't smoke this stuff. So somehow in whatever year this is in the 70s, we don't smoke this stuff. So it's so funny to see who they're tagging with smoking that stuff. That was hilarious.
No, I didn't grow it, but I made it. That's goat cheese.
Then why don't you give it to your goat?
No, senor, you don't understand. Goat cheese is good for you. It's very healthy.
Look, I only like American cheese, and you can't get American cheese from a Puerto Rican goat.
Wait a minute. What's the matter with you? He gave you... Wait a minute. You mean you will not take the cheese?
No, I don't want cheese. Take it and put it back in your goat.
Contra, viejo. You are an impossible person, Mr. Sanford.
That's why I stand here as confident as I have ever been.
Not really riding
That
whole
the state
episode.
of
I
our
just got
union
from a fair use perspective.
strong.
Just giving
Thank you.
commentary.
God bless
Why
you.
that?
God bless the United
Why that
States of
clip?
America.
They had the nerve to charge me $20.
Because it makes me. It
I thought that I saw double when I read.
my journey.
I made a kick and said I wouldn't pay it. And this is what the hotel keeper said. Well, I need the money. Indeed I do. It may sound funny, but yet it's true. Your room is near the sky, that's why your bill is high. And another thing, you see, I made the money.
I don't think that it's easy to compare what I get from the land to what a person who's not connected to the land, what they can receive at like a store. And I've had these experiences where people close to me have, I've offered them, let's say, eggs, and they'll look like, well, what is it okay? And to think that the initial thought is something's wrong with my offering, not something's wrong with the offering that's at the market or wherever you get your stuff from. The same thing with the stuff from the garden. It's like there's always this energy towards something being wrong with the products that are coming from the land, and it just shows how disconnected we are from the land. That's my point there. Sorry. Alright. Hold on. Okay. Alright, so I got, let's see, like a 5-minute clip to end this thing off. So yeah, the same setting. I just kind of had the camera and I was pretty tired for the day. So I said, let me go in and do some photography, and maybe it's, I'll chop some of this stuff up, but it's more or less like B-roll. And I'm just getting back used to, using zooms and focus, and the chickens are pretty good subjects for that. When I initially, one cool thing was when I initially came over to the spot in front of this chicken run, there might have been, let's say, more than a handful of the hens were on top of, that's like a little pallet structure that I built that they can go under or hang out on top. There was more than a handful on top, but by the time I came over, they dispersed. But this is probably a good video to see. So you see me trying to focus. The colors on the hens in person, it's really hard to describe. Like, just like on this black hen, you'll see streaks of red and purple and green, and the bird over, if you see the mouse, the bird over here, this is Caesar. Caesar is a very special bird to the land. I'm going to be telling the whole story about Caesar. The only giveaway I'll say is Caesar is a copy of the Planet of the Apes Caesar character. Planet of the Apes is one of my favorite movie series, and there's something very unique to Caesar, to my land, and the relationship between the other birds. And they don't really know it. They don't understand that Caesar's presence is why some of them are even here. So I cannot wait to tell that story. My goal is to tell that story as some sort of dramatized, like some theatric, almost movie-like upload. I'll probably put out a trailer for it. That would be cool. But yeah, that's Caesar. I think that's the only hen that has a name. Yeah, it's the only hen. I mean, I call them random stuff. We used to have Tyson. There was one that was just vicious. So Tyson was around. I don't even know if Tyson is still alive, because the hens have kind of grown into, I mean, the one who's bullying, at heart, I know she's a punk. But yeah, man, Caesar has like these blues and the legs. You don't see it there, but this like straight up out of Howard the Duck. Like blue legs. She's a Easter layer, so she's laying like bluish green eggs, more on the green side than like a pigment blue. She's a barnyard hen. We got her. We got her. I don't want to go too far into the story, but yeah, she's just, it's fun to watch. She's the smallest one, so she's definitely cute. I've had to pick her up, but I'm not as touchy as I used to be. I mean, the first round of chicken keeping, it was like, oh my God, you know, and you pick them up. So like my oldest ones, they respond to us pretty well. The others are like, feed me, Seymour. Like that's kind of the vibe. Well, I pulled out the ticker today. I watched some good streams today. I watched Lead Farmer had a good stream. I caught the end of T-Nog. Yeah, it was some good information, good builds today. Hopefully one day I can join the group of having enough information to spread. But overall, it was a pretty good day. I mean, back to work tomorrow. The thing, okay, so that's over. I'll just leave the chicken on there looking real raptor. So the thing today that I realized is that I got to get this. I get this garden. This is it. This is the last week. If I don't get at least one bed done, I'm going to be too far behind. So I'm going to be moving the chickens in a way that we benefit. I'm not really going to be focused on them as much. So kind of a bad way to say it, but I think I have to do a better job of directing them so that it suits my needs. And this could be a good rotation. I mean, this is the first year that I've been had a targeted approach on how they can help me to recover some of these beds, some of these areas. I got like pest damage. They come in and man, they do it up. I I give them their props. But yeah, I'm actually surprised that I didn't get not one little ping of a person joining the stream, which is fine. I'm not so concerned about that. I think for me it's good to just keep doing it, and it's not hard. I actually don't find it hard when I do it. The challenge is that, you know, I'm a dad and I'm also doing all this work on the land. I'm usually pretty tired by the end of the day, and sometimes it's just psychologically. So if I start psyching myself out, then it's not going to happen. But there's no point to continue at this point. I think I like the B-roll stuff. I like to just film stuff and then show it. I could, you know, hopefully bring
That's
some
why I stand
positive
here as
vibes
confident as I have ever been
I'm still getting used
that the
to the
state of
controls,
our union is strong.
live
Thank
into
you.
manage the stream.
God bless you. God bless the United States of America.
They had the nerve to charge me $20.
So
I thought that I saw trouble when I read. I made a kick and said I wouldn't pay it. And this is what the hotel keeper said. Well, I need the money, indeed I do. It may sound funny, but yet it's true. Your room is near the sky, that's why your bill is high. And another thing, you see, I need the money.
I will. Let me see.
And that's why I stand here as confident as I have ever been that the state of our union is strong. Thank you. God bless you. God bless the United States of America.
They had the nerve to charge me $20. I thought that I saw trouble when I read. I made a kick and said I wouldn't pay it. And this is what the hotel keeper said. Well, I need the money, indeed I do. It may sound funny, but yet it's true. Your room is near the sky, that's why your bill is high. And another thing, you see, I need the money.